301. Despotism. Chalcedon Report number 255, October 1986. In 1767, the French physiocrat Mercier de la Rivière defined despotism, and he defined it favourably because he was a believer in enlightened despotism. The enlightened despot, he said, is one whose laws are the true expression of the needs of society. But who determines what those needs are? Who gives, quote, true expression, end quote, to man's real needs? The view of Enlightenment thinkers and their heirs, the Romantics, who created the age of revolutions, was a simple one. They, the elite intellectuals, the true philosopher kings, know best what men truly need. You and I may have our ideas as to what we need, but the elite will determine for us what we truly need, which may be our removal and execution. Despotism has many forms. It can emerge as a dictatorship of the proletariat, a fascistic dictatorship, or the majority rule in a democracy. In our case, it is Congress and the courts. In every case, some men determine the needs and lives of other men. They play God over men's lives, properties, and freedoms. Such a usurpation of powers is basic to the course of history, and especially of our time. When men will not have God to rule over them, they will have human despots. When they reject God's law, they are made slaves to the will of other men. The modern state was the creation of the theoreticians of enlightened despotism and their despots. With the decline of the Reformation and Counter-Reformation after 1660, the modern state, as man's hope of salvation, began to develop. Man's hopes and expectations shifted from Christianity to politics. Before long, these theoreticians had located the source of all man's problems in Christianity, in the Roman Catholic Church, in Calvin, and in Orthodox Christianity generally. A thinker could hardly qualify for intellectual respectability without attacking the papacy and John Calvin. The glory of God, so important earlier, was now replaced with the glory of the state. In Austria, Joseph II once wrote, "Do everything to the glory of the state." Although a professing Catholic, Joseph II felt that the Church had to submit to the state and serve his purposes. His goal was an absolute secular state, and he pursued that end as zealously as the French revolutionists were to do in a few years. He wrote to Cardinal Herzan in 1781, "As I myself detest superstition and the Sadducean doctrines, I will free my people of them. With this view, I will dismiss the monks, I will suppress their monasteries, and will subject them to the bishops of their dioceses." We live today in the world begun by the theoreticians of despotism, and developed now by their heirs. We see the planned de-Christianization of state and society, and the growing insistence that man and his needs are to be defined not by God and his law word, but by elitist man. Only by returning to the whole Word of God and its relevance to every sphere of life and thought can Christians combat and triumph over despotism and create a godly society.